You're listening to DraftKings Network.
No rush whatsoever, like Mario Cristobal in a 2-minute drill. But maybe sometimes a rush. You don't really know. Sometimes conservative, sometimes going for it. If I know, Don. One thing's for sure, I'll defend it either way. Until year 3, and then Daddy's going to get a little spicy.
The unhinged Zagacki broadcast would be amazing.
It's a good character.
Awesome.
It's like embittered for years of being like, I've watched 20 years of bad football.
Same shit, different season.
You know what happened? Don, that's what happens when you don't buy American. Complicated legacy, Joe Zagacki. Manny Diaz, Mario Cristobal. It's not easy. It's not that hard to figure out what's going on over here. Just saying. They were pretty good with Mark Richt.
When they had a traditional American man coaching their team, they were pretty good. They were number 1 in the nation for a while there. They played Pittsburgh.
That complicated legacy Joe Zagacki editorial is brought to you by the Dan Le Batard Show Sweepstakes, presented by Miller Lite. Enter for a chance to win a weekend in Miami for you and 3 friends. You'll hang out with us for a taping of the show on our Monday Night Football watch party on December 11th. Presented by Miller Lite. Enter right now at MillerTimeMiami.com. No purchase necessary. Open to legal U.S. residents. I'm going to repeat that one. Open to legal U.S. residents. Age 21 and older. Ends November 16th. See all official rules at MillerTimeMiami.com. Again, open to legal U.S. residents.
It is a character that has been hectoring us during breaks. It is a character that you do not need to know what Joe Zagacki sounds like. He has never sounded like a traditional broadcaster. In fact, Joe Zagacki, for those of you who do not know, is an institution in South Florida. His voice recognizable and has been for decades, associated largely with terrible football. And he is in a booth covering hurricane games, and he has to summon. I don't think it comes naturally to Joe Zagacki to summon from the bowels of his toolkit the broadcaster enthusiasm that makes them a jazz band in cleats when they're on the basketball court.
Sneakers.
I'm sorry. When
Cleats on a basketball court?
My fault. My bad. That is a fine. My bad. It is. It's a $5 fine.
Do you have a jazz band?
Listen, save the cash if you call Jimmy.
Band of the hour.
It's a jazz band in sneakers on a basketball court. I don't know if it's ever been a jazz band in cleats on the football court. But the thing
conducted by that dude with
field.
a ponytail. Gray hair and a ponytail. He looks like a yoga instructor that is making a move on your wife. Take it away, creep.
I've got a $2 bill here. You don't see those every day.
Wow. The rare. I think I have one too.
I've got a $2 bill.
Well, the $2 bills cutting it up, huh?
But I wanted to get to something.
Josh Darrow tells me his name is J.C. Reese. Sorry to insult you, my friend. You just look that part. I don't think you would make a move on my wife. Though I do believe strongly that you do yoga and vote Democrat.
The thing I heard on the radio the other day that I wondered how you guys would feel about, because these jobs are expiring. They're disappearing in some places.
Some would argue being taken.
And I was listening the other day while I was driving. I had to find it on AM radio because I could not find it on Sirius, and I couldn't find it anywhere on my satellite programming. The 9:30 a.m. Dolphin game, I was looking for it, and I had to go back in time and check in with local radio, where I heard Joe Rose and Jimmy Cephalo throwing it down on the field to Kim Bocamper.
Seffy and the big dog down the bow.
Yep. That's the wheelhouse for Stugotz right there. He just waits around so that he could do the nicknames, and that is what happened. And I thought to myself,
I thought the Dolphins were up 21-0 at half.
well, this is what I was going to say. AM radio at this point isn't given the preferential treatment in terms of seating. And I heard in the broadcast the age of, I'm not sure how close these guys are to the field. I think it might be hard. And look, I'm aging on air too. I don't mean to mock Joe Rose, Jimmy Cefalo, and Kim Bocamper. May they have those jobs for the rest of time, because it harkens back to a different time. Staticky radio. Let's check in with those 3 former Dolphins. 3 Dolphins, all of whom the names resonate only because they had those names on the back of the uniform 25, 40 years ago, back when the Dolphins were as good as they are now. Because Jimmy Cefalo, you're talking about a Super Bowl in the 80s.
Yes.
And
David Woodley was a quarterback.
I have to imagine that those seats in Germany were not very good, because I had a hard time understanding what was going on in the game, trying to listen to it through the old medium, just because if I put anybody in the booth where I imagine it is for radio in Germany, of any age, I'm guessing I'm getting some distance there that's going to make it difficult, and they're going to have televisions, they're going to have technology, but it's going to be particularly hard, Stugotz. That's a hard sport to call, because you do have to know what all the numbers are for both teams, all of the names.
You have to know the 45, the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25, the 20. That gets you in the Gus Machado red zone. And the 15 to the 10 to the 5. And then that's a Miami Seaquarium touchdown.
There was something soothing about listening to Joe Rose and thinking to myself, I don't know if he's sincerely this enthusiastic or if he's faking it, and I haven't known for 40 years.
And you'll never know.
I'll never know. I'll never know.
It's his secret.
I'm suspicious. Just like his hair, never is anything other than really black.
Careful. It's a trade secret.
I'm not totally sure if Joe Rose, as soon as the microphone goes off, is just deeply sad and not that enthusiastic and had to go to the mill of grinding the organ until the monkey danced on the street and then put away his equipment and went home for the night and sobbed at the end of his bed. Do you guys know whether that Joe Rose enthusiasm is authentic or not? I want to know from the group at this point, when he's mustering it, when he's disgusted, when they're down 21-0. I think that's real. I think the disgust is real.
Oh, come on!
You don't think he loves Lenny, Chippy, Eric, and the guys that much?
Don't forget Scotty or Mike.
Oh, sorry, Scotty.
Tony.
He'll let it come on
Tony,
all the time. I love that.
I would say that there is no sound accompanying Dolphin football better for the last 25 years than Joe Rose off mic during action. You just hearing, oh, come on!
You know he said that during the Tua throw. The one that fell in between both. Come on!
It's a staple.
He's in Germany in a booth 400,000 miles from the action, and now that's been returned for 70 yards to make it 21-0. Oh, come on!
You have him backing off the mic that far.
It's off mic. It's not
like Wall Cephalo's talking.
It's correct. That is correct. I think that is better as a Dolphin theme song than they'll take the ball from coast to coast, the best you've ever seen. Yeah, come on!
You want that as the theme song?
Isn't it the same sound that Luke Wilson made when the bear jumped up and grabbed his arm in Anchorman?
Or when he's about to hit the guy with the machete and then somebody cuts his arm off. Oh, come on!
If you're unfamiliar with Joe Rose's work, here's a commercial we splice together.
That's good. Big juicy cheeseburgers, a Philly chicken. That's good. Onions. Mushrooms. It's good. Excuse me, can I have a side order of... Can I get some blue cheese with it? I like to dip my thick in that blue cheese they have there. Hey, you want some pasta and seafood dishes with fresh fish? It's good. So good. Yeah. There is nothing like a thick,